All right. Chapter 8, The Blazing Star. Plato, citing the Egyptian priests, said the world conflagration associated with Phaethon was caused by a shifting of bodies in the sky which moved around the earth, as we have reason to assume that it was the comet Venus that, after two contacts with the earth, eventually became a planet. We shall do well to inquire, did Phaethon turn into the morning star? Phaethon, which means the blazing star, became the morning star. The earliest writer who refers to the transformation of Phaethon into a planet is Hesiod. His transformation is related by Hyginus in his Astronomy, where he tells how Phaethon, that caused the conflagration of the world, was struck by a thunderbolt of Jupiter and was placed by the sun among the stars, planets. It was the general belief that Phaethon changed into the morning star. On the island of Crete, Ataminos was the name of the unlucky driver of the sun's chariot. He was worshipped as the evening star, which is the same as the morning star. The birth of the morning star, or the transformation of a legendary person, Ishtar, Phaethon Quetzalcoatl, into the morning star, was a widespread motif in the folklore of the Oriental and Occidental peoples. The Tahitian tradition of the birth of the morning star is narrated on the Society Island in the Pacific. The Mangean legend says that the birth of the new star, the Earth, was battered by countless fragments. The Burats, Kyrgyz, and Yukuts of Siberia and the Eskimos of North America also tell of the birth of the planet Venus. A blazing star disrupted the visible movement of the sun, caused a world conflagration, and became the morning evening star. This may be found not only in the legends and traditions, but also in astronomical books of the ancient peoples of both hemispheres. I'll do 8.5. Chapter 8.5, The Four Planet System. By asserting that the planet Venus was born in the first half of the second millennium, I assume also that the third millennium only four planets could have been seen, and that in astronomical charts of this early period, the planet Venus cannot be found. In an ancient Hindu table of planets attributed to the year negative 3102, Venus alone among the visible planets is absent. The Brahmins of the early period did not know the five-planet system, and only in a later middle period did the Brahmins speak of five planets. Babylonian astronomy, too, had a four-planet system. In ancient prayers, the planets Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, and Mercury are invoked. The planet Venus is missing, and one speaks of the four-planet system of the ancient astronomers of Babylonia. These four-planet systems are the inability of the ancient Hindus and Babylonians to see Venus in the sky, even though it is more conspicuous than the other planets, are puzzling. Wait. These four-planet systems are the inability of the ancient Hindus and Babylonians to see Venus in the sky, even though it is more conspicuous than the other planets, are puzzling unless Venus was not among the planets. On a later date, the planet Venus receives the appellative, the great star that joins the great stars. The great stars are, of course, the four planets Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, and Venus joins them as the fifth planet. Apollonius Rhodius refers to a time when not all the orbs were yet in the heavens. All right.